Go for the clinch. Go for the knee. That's what you should do. Don't box him. Don't box the boxer. Well, it's a good learning experience also with this man. Najim Etulali, one of the fighters that made a great entrance once, riding a camel into the ring. Yes, really, they hired a camel and they made a fantastic entrance. Everybody loved it. But he will need more than that now to beat this man, this Dennis Shoroykin. Round 4. Shoroykin from Russia, now living and residing in Holland. In red, Najim Etulali in yellow and black. Always the short front kicks to the upper thigh of Shoroykin by Najim. High kick by Najim. And as you can see, the defense at with Shoroykin is quite tight. You have to be careful now, because if Najim wins another round, the match could be even again. And then his advantage, which he built up in the first round, would be gone. They have really trained hard at the gym, that's obvious. They must have studied lots of tapes by Najim. Once again, that right hand. That should be a warning to Najim Etulali. He cannot lose his concentration for 1 second, even 1 millisecond. Could be a disaster, because 1 second is all that Shoroykin needs to throw that right hand. These two, probably the best two super middleweights in Holland in Muay Thai. At least the two most dangerous ones. It's strange to see Najim, who has a wonderful technique in clinching, not pursuing this. He has his hands around the neck of Shoroykin, and then what? Nothing happens. He just throws 1 or 2 knees and let's go. It's strange. And I wonder why. Could be, of course, something like he wants to revenge being knocked down by throwing also punches. I don't know. We'll see. One thing is for certain, that it won't rack up much points, though, because the way that Shoroykin has his hands with his head, it's very clever, very sound defense, boxing well. You can see the fight turns more into a boxing match than a Muay Thai match. Najim must realize that he is behind on points. Not much. And he should take more notice of that. Should try harder. On the other hand, Shoroykin is still quite careful. Maybe too careful. He knows the resiliency of Najim Etulali. He knows the experience of this rough, tough man from Morocco. Well, even if I give this round even, there's still a slight advantage for Shoroykin. Throwing the gauntlet more harder. Ashwin Balrak, another of the great sparring partners for this Najim, and a great champion in his own right, is telling his gym mate to hurry, urging him to fight on, use more clinch. Yeah, the damaged nose of Dennis Shoroykin. And also the trainer talking to him, making sure that he does what he should do. Keep the hands up. Be careful with the knee. Now you saw the high knee there by Najim Etulali. The high kick. Well, unfortunately for the Moroccan, much as connecting, although it just missed on a hair's breadth. One thing is for certain, the defense of Shoreykin is clear and sound. And of course, only those techniques that connect, they count. Fifth and last round. Should be interesting to see what's going to happen now. I think both need this final round. And maybe because of the knockdown in the first round, there might be a very small advantage for Shoreykin in red. And if I were Najim, I wouldn't take too many chances. I'd go for broke now and do exactly as he's told by his corner. Najim Etulali, the man in yellow-black. Obviously, he's the more complete Thai boxer, using legs and punches well. Good left hook there by Shoreykin. It just seems like the techniques of Najim Etulali fall short of their target. They're either too high or either too short. It's too bad for this talented young man from Morocco. But of course also the sound defense of Shoreykin has something to do with that. That's clear as well. They're urging him now from his corner. Go to him. Start kneeing. Don't throw anything in boxing. Etulali is not doing what he should do. And that is exactly it. Clinching, kneeing. He has more power there. He has a small height advantage. But right now, Shoreykin is consolidating his small advantage, which he built up in the first round. There seemed to be something missing in the attacks of Najim Etulali. The fire is not really there. The fire that we normally see with this man, and that was an elbow, an upward elbow thrown by Shoreykin. Was it intentional? And yes, I think we see a injury here. Shoreykin says it was accidental. Anyway, whatever the intention was, one thing for certain, that there's a gaping gash over the right eye of Najim Etulali, and naturally he is upset about this. Let's see what they can do there in the corner on this thing. And once again he's asking why, how and what. I wonder what Shoreykin said. Well, maybe he was just throwing an uppercut and by accident hit him with an elbow, although it sure looks like an elbow to me. Hopefully we can see this in the replay. Now the doctor's there. It's a small cut and shouldn't pose too much of a problem there. And especially because we're in the last round now, I don't think we're able to stop this fight now. That will be a waste. That will be judging from the seriousness of the injury, I think we can expect the fight to continue. Although with the point advantage of Shoreykin, it might be better for him, Najim, to have it stopped there. No, says Shoreykin, I'm blocking it. I was blocking it. And there, an official warning for Shoreykin. Yes or no? No. Well, we'll see what this means. And for certain now, Najim has an injury on his eye. And only Shoreykin will now go full power, go full out to worsen that injury. Elbows to the body, which is allowed. Well, Shoreykin is fighting a very clever fight and scoring points. Najim is obviously not the Najim that we normally see in the ring. He's knocked down in the first round. He must have had some after effect as well. End of this round, end of this fight. Shoreykin puts his arm in the air. Now what will the judges decide? Was it an elbow? Maybe we can see that here.
Ricardo from Anytime, Anytime.
Blocking there, the punches. Well, I don't think that was a punch. I think that was a clear elbow. I don't think that was an uppercut. There was no intention made to punch. It was just an elbow being thrown. Definitely. And he's lucky to get away with that. Because I wouldn't have been surprised if he had been disqualified for using the elbow. No matter what he says. And I can understand the Jim being so upset. Especially because the fight is very, very close indeed. The first round, I may remind you, was a tentative round for Shoreykin due to the knockdown. Shoreykin wins. It must have been a very narrow victory indeed. And Najim, rightfully upset, but on the other hand, he should have done more with regards to clinching and kneeing, just as the corner told him to. But you can see the good spirit that exists between those two fighters and the gyms. The fight's done. Fighting's over. More talk now.
A lot of cheering going on for the mighty Sebastian here at ringside.
Yep.
Girls are outrageous to see this nice-looking, handsome commentator sitting on the ring.
Here we have the introduction of
Dennis
Sharойkin
from Jim Elkmar in Holland.
This is going to be another MMA fight.
And originally he was fighting Stefan Tapilato from us, from Golden Glory, but he got injured. Right now is the fight Dennis Sharойkin.
And now entering the ring, Eddie Veda.
The red corner.
Now this is the first time I've ever seen Veda do free fighting.
He is.
Like him at least for shots. Yeah, he got the boxing gloves. I don't know what that's.
I do not know. Let's see what happens.
I've seen Perry do a lot of Thai boxing.
Yep.
Really good Thai boxing.
Very famous for his left hip.
I can't imagine he's going to keep the boxing.
Last one with Perry Bill. Both of them. Oh, no.
Dennis
Sharойkin has the smaller gloves.
That makes martial arts gloves.
And Perry has boxing gloves.
And Perry, a definite advantage, or disadvantage, I'd say. Oh, he's taking them off. He's taking off the boxing gloves. Okay.
Round one.
Eén totaal voor de rood gekeken. Geen ellebogen. Stop is stop. Houd netjes. Goed.
And here we go. Oh boy. If I was Dennis Sharойkin, I would definitely be trying to take Perry Veda down.
Well, Dennis Sharойkin is a good kickboxer too. He knows his ground game. But it's going to be interesting. If he's smart, yes, he will do that.
Yeah, would not be taking any chances trying to stand up. Especially when you know the strength of your opponent. Perry with the body lock there. Not really doing anything to it, but he's got it's kind of awkward to see two mainly Thai box guys in Thai box in the background.
So what should he do now? He should
well,
bow a little bit and then just throw it.
Depends. I mean, you know, you can do a leg sweep, inside trip, outside trip. You can do a lot of
Good low kick there by Perry Ubedal. Referee in this fight is Marcel Holmeyer.
He's going to switch it. Going to take down there. Perry Ubedal pulling guard with the front guillotine choke.
That's pretty funny.
I'm pretty impressed. Let's see how well Dennis Sharойkin was able to get out of it. I don't know. Never seen him fight, so I'm not sure on his ground skills.
Thing is, for Ubedal with the 1 minute, he should just be able to hold on for like a minute, and then they don't stand him up. Well, Ubedal is not moving bad on the ground.
No, he's not moving bad at all for you know, stand-up fight. This is attempting some type of leg lock. Ubedal as well as attempting. But Achilles not quite able to get it. This is can stand with that leg lock. Oh, he could have it. He can crank it a little bit. But they could be in trouble.
Well, so far surprisingly fight in the first round. Ubedal showed some skills on the ground.
Yes, it is as well.
Back kick there.
Nice.
Those things can be dangerous in this martial arts.
That's why you see a lot of that.
I think Dennis was getting warning there for headbutt. Grabbing the rope. This is a good thing there for Perry.
Inside leg kick. Straight left high kick. Just misses right there. Dennis Rush gives a takedown.
And Dennis Rush good by, just waiting till the punch or kick arrives and then going for a takedown.
Right. Okay, this is leg lock.
Doing a good job defending it.
I'll take the defense on leg lock. As you can see, it's kind of awkward for both men. Yeah, you kind of have an idea of what they're supposed to do, but you can tell it's not.
Not natural for them, but I mean, it's pretty normal. I mean, if you have a whole Thai boxing career of 20 minutes and then finally you end up in the ground for a crowd of 15,000 people, it's definitely something new.
Yeah.
But props to both fighters.
Yeah, definitely. They're both trying stuff.
Left high kick there by Perry Ubedal.
Oh, landed a right hook there on the Beta. Beta could be in trouble with that. Yeah, I think so.
That's an 8 count for Ubedal after receiving a big right hook
right on the chin.
from Dennis Sharойkin. That's kind of surprising to me, being Ubedal beating the better Thai boxer.
Well, but as we've seen before, a lot of Thai boxers that have moved into mixed martial arts, they get open for crazy shots from sometimes less experienced stand-up fighters because of the fact that they're too worried about the ground.
Maybe there wasn't too much of the shots coming in. Well, surprisingly, first round, of course, Dennis Sharойkin with that 8 count is ahead on point.
Right. to receive Vader with the front guillotine attempt. And there's Vader's straight. Getting back to the parry that had been missed. And Dennis was able to capitalize on that, get to a good position.
Round 2.
Here we go. Well, Dennis Sharойkin getting the best of Perry Vader in the first round. And see if Perry's going to be able to come out. Try to come back in this one. Oh, again from the front guillotine. Vader falls into half guard. And Dennis just able to get out. Moves him in full up. And restart by the referee. What were you saying, Bob?
He was going off because he was hitting on the back of the head and he was grabbing the rope. Oh, big left hand there by Yuda. Again, Dennis versus the takedown.
They're going to do a good job of keeping tight. Get loose here, we can do a second here for those in the competition. How do Vader defend the game?
Pretty interesting to see how he's fighting from his back.
Oh, Dennis Sharойkin, he's got that choke. Oh, he's getting that right. I wasn't sure if Dennis realized he had a choke. Yeah, these viewers definitely had that new padlock.
Well, it's not so bad, and I think the audience is also getting more educated about ground strike and not to make it more trouble. I think it looks like a good thing to me. Looks like it. And Dennis bleeding from his right eye. Looks like someone is in pain.
Well, that's a good thing. Very good choke on. So they shouldn't really do anything. They just try to stay to the lead pressure and push them down. That's what's got to be
So he was kneeling there.
And into the side.
Good hard punches on the right?
A lot of action standing. Good knees. Again for the front guillotine. Oh, he could have it here. This could be it. This pretty tight. I don't know. Yeah. The Gator looks really in trouble here. Face to arch that back. Oh, it should be. Yeah, he should have it. Yeah. Good fight.
Yeah, good fight. Good guillotine choke as well.
And you see it. Closer in, kind of running the ground. I think probably Dennis has a little bit more experience on the ground. But not showing.
Good fight from two Thai boxers showing an MMA fight.
Yeah.
It was not bad for the first time.
No, not at all.
Really, really entertaining. Perry shouldn't be ashamed.
No,
it's the first MMA fight, and it looked pretty good. I was more surprised with that right hook in the first round.
Yeah, I was too.
Now in the second.
But like we were saying, you got guys coming into the sport. It's a total different sport. Thai boxing and MMA.
Absolutely. You cannot compare.
No, you can't compare the two. A lot of people say, well, he's a good Thai boxer, but that doesn't necessarily translate to him being
a good
dominant
MMA
in MMA. No.
Nope.